Hey, welcome to another video. Today's video we are talking about my concerns about Buddy Fight Ace Season 1. The problem that's being... Let me explain the situation. Buddy Fight is on hiatus after the production company of Season 1 decided to screw up Season 1. And I wanted to basically share my concerns that I hope don't happen during Season 2 either. Or even Season 3, or however many seasons this show lasts. New generation of Fight Fighters. Doesn't matter. So let's get started. It will be split into 3 videos. First, I will go... This video I will be doing plot in general. The plot is very important for an anime, but this anime is very bad at plot. Okay, let's start off with the basic outro. The first arc basically begins with as Ranma's teaching Yuga how to buddy fight, which I found quite great because I didn't know how to buddy fight, so I basically learned. So here's the problem with that first arc. It went at a slow pace. We didn't get introduced into really cool characters like Miko or Subaru or Masada or Masato in the dub. I just call him Masada. Sorry if I'm gonna Miko. We don't get introduced to them not until like early episodes. Subaru we met episode 3, episode 4 I'm pretty sure was when we got to see Masato, and then episode 5 I'm pretty sure was episode we got Miko into the story basically. It didn't matter. It was quite early on, but we didn't get them until like 2 to 3 episodes in. That's when my problems start to reveal themselves. My problem with Buddy Fight Ace's first arc is that it is unnervingly long. It feels like it's gone on forever. Sorry, but let's not get on a tangent. That's a video for another day. And the main problem with the arc, Yuga's Beginning arc, his first story arc, out of the 4 story arcs that exist in Buddy Fight Ace for the time being. Story arcs are quite important. If you don't do them right, well, you are basically saying that you suck. So, if you don't want to look like you suck, just give story arcs, make them good, like to a point where your fans can't complain. So basically, that's my problem with the first arc of the anime. Now let's get into the ABC Cup arc. The ABC Cup arc, we get introduced into a few new characters that in Mamoru, Light, which we didn't really see that much, Banjo, Mel, and a couple of other characters. But they were straight up great. But it made the original characters for the first arc kind of lackluster for that arc, which I didn't really care about, but it just... Next up is the Shin Buddy Fighter, or the Ace Buddy Fighter playoffs arc. This arc was butchered. It wasn't as good as in the manga, but as the anime, as good as it was in the animated manga, which if you have read the manga, you will know why. We are already getting into new arcs in that, but I won't spoil the manga, so go read it if you want. So the problem with the Ace Buddy Fighter's first few episodes until like around the mid-30s, like episode 35, was that we got introduced to way more characters, but we didn't get too much development for them until that one last serious part of which is the next arc. The main characters that were released to the public, released in this arc, was Eden. We got introduced to Seiji, Daichiro, Ray, and Ray. Basically, these 4 characters we didn't really get. They're the 4 main characters. Other 4 characters that technically were important for this arc. The reason why they're important is because of the fact that they were in the top 8, and they're the top 8 best buddy fighters in Japan right now. And by the time this comes around, we get to see everything in action. That's what. Finally, let's get into the Lost World arc, the final story arc of season 1 of Buddy Fight Ace. This story arc did really good for completely different reasons outside of the top 8. It did really well. This moment where Subaru lost his memories, I hope that they do that. Could have done it a little bit better, but it was still great. But the main problem with Subaru Hoshiyomi during this arc was he only wanted to save Seiji. And technically you can say that for all of the characters besides Ranma and Yuga, because Ranma battled Ray, which didn't have that much going for him. Actually, Ranma didn't want to free Ray, he just wanted to defeat Ray because, well, to make it to the finals. 2, your normal average tournament anime villain. And Eden, the battle between Eden and Yuga, probably the worst in Ace so far. I just didn't enjoy it for some reason. Could anyone just please fix it? Is there any way to fix this monstrosity that was that battle? No? That's alright. So those are all the stories arcs that basically have happened to be in the season 1 of Buddy Fight Ace. And I hope that you stay tuned, because every week I'll be making it. Next week I'll make the second part about characters, and then conclusion will be the week after that. So, bye!